Welcome to Beauty and the Bears, everybody. My name is Al. I'm going to be your wonderful host today on the wonderful show, the wonderful podcast that is now freezing their asses off. But you know, we do it for you because we love you. So I need you to do a few things for me real quick. I need you to go ahead and hit the subscribe button. I need you to like the video. I need you to leave a comment down below because I got some wonderful people over here that want to get to that freaking sub goal because we got to get this man, Scott, wonderful mullet. And then we got to get this girl, Kiana, a nice warm feeling in our heart. And the only way we can get that warm feeling in our heart is if you get to 1,000 subscribers. So please do that for me. Pretty please. Because we are Beauty and the Bears. How's everybody doing today?
You trying to say I'm cold-hearted?
Yeah, you
A little
can.
bit.
You can feel the ice. Fill a cup of ice, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
It was great until now, you fucking losers.
If you can't tell, we're all cold as shit. We're
It is
all
pretty chilly.
blanketed up this episode.
I got my nifty heated blanket.
I broke out my Christmas blankie that I got because I haven't gotten a chance to really use it yet. So I decided to break it out, bring it over here.
If everything goes as planned, this will be the last episode with this look.
Yeah. After this,
Be ready.
We'll be rocking a new studio, climate controlled, warm, cool in the heat in the summer.
Cool in the heat.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fucking hot.
It's hot in the summer, but it's freezing out here right now. But we're gonna make it through. We're here today.
Eventually,
We
Brittany's
got a
gonna
lot
like
of
this blanket.
stuff to go over. We got a lot of stuff that's happened over the course of 1 week.
It's been a very busy
One week.
Dude, it's slick as hell outside right now.
It is crazy.
We
right
get like
now.
a 40-degree, everything melts, and then it freezes overnight.
Yeah,
so
it's a high of 12 degrees today and a low of -1 in case anybody's wondering.
Yeah, so we're gonna have to do.
I'm trying to
something
take
with
the
that
dogs
today
out
or
in the
something.
front
I
yard.
can literally
My
see your breath right
feet
now.
slip.
Yeah, it's not good. But like I said, we got a lot to talk about, so let's not dilly dally too much. Because dude, we've got so much. So much has happened over the course of the week. I mean, hey, we've got football. The NFL has been going crazy. The last few games, we still got 2 more today. As of this recording, we got 2 more today. So by the time that you guys see this, these games today will have already been determined. And we will know who will be going to the next round to play for the chance to be in the Super Bowl. But as it stands right now, the Chiefs, to no surprise, have advanced. They are going forward. No surprise
It's
there.
not a surprise.
It was a low-scoring, very boring
Beat
game.
the hell out of the Texans, which
was
I mean,
boring
it
as
is
shit.
what
Yeah.
it is. It's the Texans.
I saw some clips from that.
Yeah, they've got some work to do, but for them to be back into basically the playoffs 2 years in a row with a rookie QB, I mean,
Right.
they're doing fantastic for themselves. So they're only way is up from here. So you just got to keep performing the way that you are now, and you'll be back next year.
A lot of people hate on him, but I mean, they make it far because, you know.
I mean, they've got good leadership in CJ Stroud as their young quarterback. He's doing a very good job with that team, even though he lost to the Kansas City Chiefs. I mean, he's losing to a multi-Super Bowl winning team.
Right.
Like, I mean, you know, you're competing against literally one of the best teams. So, I mean, it's only right that he gets put out by one of the best teams.
Yeah, it's not like you got beat by nobody. Like,
Exactly.
You know?
So, and then in a crazy, oh my God, a crazy turn of events, the Washington Commanders upset the Detroit Lions. Ha 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 ha
Keep going until we run out of
Suck
breath.
it, losers! Suck it, Detroit! You can't have shit in Detroit!
Too much. Too much for
Fuck
me.
Detroit! Fuck Detroit!
Too much for
He
me.
used
Detroit.
every breath he had
I know.
left.
I could hear it running
Fuck
out.
Detroit. I hate Detroit. I hate Detroit.
Jiminy
I hate
Christmas.
Detroit. And I'm so glad that it was the Commanders that gave them the ass whooping that they did, because it was an ass whooping. It was an ass whooping. Like, their defense had an answer for fucking everything. Minus 30 points, but they had an answer for damn near every fucking drive. Like, there was no denying that the Commanders had won that fucking game.
I think it was 5 turnovers by the end of the game.
Jesus.
Yeah. They fucking
The fifth
4
one was in
interceptions
the
or some
last-
shit like that.
The 5th one was in the last like 45 seconds of the game too.
Like, Goff on the Lions had already had 2 interceptions by halftime.
Yeah, the first half of that game was crazy work.
Oh yeah.
It was almost a 30-score game on both sides by the end of the first half.
Yeah.
Jesus.
So happy.
And it ended like
Couldn't
40,
have happened to a better
40 something to 30. No,
Couldn't
40,
have happened to a better
40 something
team.
to 28, I think.
I'm glad you Detroit fans get to sit there and drink yourselves to sleep tonight. You sad, sorry sacks of shit. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
Your mom's got a couple Detroit Lions fans
I don't give
that
a
she's
fuck.
friends
I don't
with.
give a fuck. They
I
can
doubt
suck.
they're all bad
I don't
people.
think I know
doubt
anyone
that
that's
they're
a
all
Detroit
bad
fan.
people either, but you know what? The majority of them, just like Eagles fans, can suck a dick.
You could be Devin. You could be a Dolphins fan.
He's such a
You
fucking
You could be
weirdo.
completely wrong and hopeless. That's fine.
Yeah, the Dolphins haven't been good since like the 70s.
I did look some stuff up last night, and the quarterback for the Commanders
Mhm.
is a rookie. This is his first year. He told me that, but I looked something up last night, and there's never been a rookie that's made it to the Super Bowl or won the Super Bowl. So if they win the next game,
Oof.
he sets a record anyways.
Yeah.
No matter what. They've also haven't been in the NFC title game since '91. And
Jesus.
they've made it to
They
that
won
already.
the Super Bowl in 91, and they haven't been back to the playoffs ever since.
Yeah.
This is the first time in the playoffs since their last Super Bowl win in 91.
Oh
So
my goodness.
shout out back when they were the Redskins before they
Right.
got transferred to the Commanders.
If you're here for our NFL talk, you already know that the Vikings are out. So just stay over there and mind your business.
Yeah, it's sad, but I mean, Sam didn't show up.
I said we're not a winning podcast anymore.
Sam didn't show up. Yeah,
We
Sam
started
didn't
off
show
real
up.
strong in the first half.
Really, really strong for both teams.
Man, you know.
Kenny's out here throwing shade. Either one of y'all have?
Oh man, what blew our game was a mixture of a lot of bad shit, and it all started with the terrible call saying that bitch did not fumble, and saying that he threw a pass to Puka Nacua, because they said that the fucking Rams quarterback
Yeah, because
had
it was supposed to be
threw
a
the
fumble
ball
recovery.
forward as he was
Mhm.
getting tackled. So they were saying he threw it forward instead of it becoming a fumble, which is what the fuck it was.
Right.
And we would have scooped and scored it and only been down by 3 points at that fucking point.
hmm
They did that, and that just fucking ever since then, it basically just kept pitter pattering the fucking
Yeah.
more bullshit.
Yeah.
And it just pissed me off because now it's the second game costing call that has happened on our fucking team, which was
Right.
like, we had one on, I'm pretty sure it was either against the Lions in our last game of the season or another game that we ended up losing, but we ended up having a game where we got a safety because Sam Darnold got tackled in the end zone by his face mask. And it was one of the most blatant face masks you ever fucking seen.
But they
The
didn't
guy
call it
literally
face mask.
tackles him and yanks him by his face mask
Right.
all the way down. And then even the defender gets up and like covers his face because he realizes that
Right.
he fucks up, and not a single ref throws it. And then the fucking replay happens. Nobody throws a flag. Nobody says anything. They have the right to call that. They have the right to go, hey, no, we see that. Yeah, that's a face mask.
Mhm.
Yeah, they could do that. They chose not to.
Mm.
You know, there's certain things that have
I'm
happened
pretty
with our
sure-
team.
And that's
over
when
the
shit
course of
goes
this year.
crazy on college football. And they start throwing water bottles
Exactly.
into the fucking
Yeah.
field.
Yeah,
So I'm
yeah,
pretty
y'all
s-
start ripping posts and shit like that.
So I'm pretty sure after the Rams game, I think 2 refs got fired and a couple got suspended because of how many calls they missed, and they were just bad calls.
Yeah, wouldn't surprise me.
And there was a bunch of people saying that it's just Vikings fans being fucking bitter, and I was like, no,
I mean,
they
you know,
got
people
fired
can
for
say
their
what
own
they
Anybody,
want
fault.
to say.
anybody with eyes could see that needed to happen.
Yeah, people have their opinions, and to them, I say, take your opinions and shove it, because you know, we like us as fans, like as Viking fans, we very rarely bitch about shit. We are very ride or die for our team, no matter what. It's like.
So
We were happy to get to where we were with how we were projected to be in the beginning of the
Mhm.
fucking
it's
season.
just like you told me a couple weeks ago. It's just kind of used to this,
Yeah,
so
like-
it doesn't really hurt that much.
Yeah,
You're
like,
choosing to stay a
We
Viking
weren't
fan.
picked to go
because
this
you like to
far.
fight.
Like this
Right.
season, we weren't picked to go this far. We're working with a quarterback who's never worked with anybody on our team, who's never played with this team before. We have a lot of injuries, plagued with injuries right before the season started. Our rookie quarterback that we wanted to play gets fucking injured like a son of a bitch. All of our defensive practically gets fucking swapped for something else because we have so many injuries on that side.
Right.
We weren't projected to do good at the beginning of the season. The fact that we made
Yeah.
it to where we were is a godsend.
I remember all the injuries that you guys were getting in
Yeah.
the beginning. That was crazy.
It's insane. And it's like, look at where we are now. We ended up making
It's
a
like-
playoff run, which is insane.
It's like every week it was something else. And I'm like, damn, like, are you guys going to fucking make it?
Like, yeah. And you know, like I will also touch on, like, when we did lose, it was super sad the next day seeing all the locker room interviews from all the
Right.
players, because like there were some guys that were just really, you could just tell that they were just really broken about what was going on. Not gonna lie, a couple of them said some shit because I already knew that it was gonna happen. But Aaron Jones even said it's going to be sad that knowing that there's not going to be some of these guys' faces in the locker room next year. And I'm speaking on Sam Darnold because you fucking choked. Like
he did so fucking well in the regular season, but he choked when it mattered.
Bad when it mattered. Like it. Oh my God, it hurt me to watch because it's like I literally almost lost my voice. I was screaming so hard because I kept just saying, like, take him out. Take him out.
See, that's the
Take
same
him
way
out
with
of the
us. They
fucking
should have
game.
put Manning in more on ours.
Yeah.
He
So
got
I
sacked.
feel it.
He
They
got
stuck with
sacked
Ewers way more than they needed to.
times
Yeah.
in that game than he has all season.
I think it was 8 sacks by the end of the game.
He got sacked more times in that game than he did
Mm.
all season in one game.
Most of the part, the
That's
thing is the
wild.
defensive line was doing fuck all for him, for one.
Our offensive line wasn't doing much
Yeah,
for him,
sorry,
but
offensive line was doing fuck all for him, and he just would not let go of the ball.
he wouldn't.
He
run.
never got rid of the ball.
He wouldn't run. I literally kept screaming, "You got fucking legs!"
Yeah, he just.
I'm literally screaming at the TV, "You have legs!
You can use those
You
legs
literally-
you have attached to your
have,
body.
You have multi-million-dollar contract legs. Use them."
Yeah.
My legs are worth like $20 a piece.
I can still use them.
I can get about 10 yards easily. If it putting me in those situations, I get 10 yards easily. Give a fuck about what you're saying. Put me in that situation and I realize that I'm not throwing the ball. Oh,
Run as
I'm
fast
gone. Like,
as
what the
far
fuck
as
are we
I
talking
can.
about? Like, what are we talking about, yo? Like Sam just his fucking spatial awareness crumbled to shit. His fucking ability to use his feet crumbled to shit. Because like most of the time this season, he's been good about getting away from the pocket and scrambling and moving around and stuff like that. Like, we got a lot of highlight reels of that dude doing it all fucking
Right.
season where he's getting out of the pocket.
But the Rams
But
have seen him do that so many times. They know he's going to try.
He just didn't fucking try. It's a difference between there's a difference between him actually trying because we see what happens. I literally just said we have a highlight reel of him doing it all fucking season. He had fucking cement bricks tied to his fucking feet in that game. He didn't run on his own choice. He got sacked so many fucking times because he decided not to move. He already preemptively had the fucking spacing. I watched it back. I went back and watched the highlights. I'm like, maybe I'm just crazy. Maybe I was just really mad and just screaming at the TV and like I wasn't paying attention.
Right.
No, there were plenty of times where he could have kept moving and he's like, no, pump fake. And then tries and gets sacked because he just doesn't have the right mind. Like, he just doesn't have it. He just crumbles under pressure. He's never been put in this situation. So it's tough. Like, I understand. Like, I'm not an NFL quarterback, so I can't talk about how heavy the pressure is when it comes to that situation. But I could also notice when somebody's not ready for it. Like, remember when we was watching the football game the other I think it was the one of the games right before the playoffs, and we saw that team's kicker come out, and that man had his helmet off, and he kept fucking with his hair for like 13 fucking minutes until he got to his fucking kick.
It was playoff game,
because he was so nervous
Yeah.
that he was about to, because this was going to determine if they go to the next round, and he fucking doinked it in. It was the fucking Commander's kicker.
Yeah, it was Commanders.
Yeah, it was the Commander's kicker. It was the white dude, and he came out with his helmet off, and he went to go put it on. Every time he would get it like an inch onto his head. He would take it off and go.
I think it was the Packers game. It was the first game of the playoffs. It got to the point we were watching it, and we were just like, just put your fucking helmet on.
Well, because like they're seriously trying to like talk him up. They're like trying to talk. The announcers on the TV are like really trying to talk him up.
And he's all nervous
But the
and
whole
shit.
time they're following him with this camera, you just see the nervousness in his face. So it's like,
Because it was either make the field goal or go to overtime.
yeah, well,
Right.
yeah. And They didn't want to see them in overtime.
It got to the point where
They didn't want to see them in overtime. They would have lost. They
No.
wouldn't be here if they would have won in overtime.
it got to the point where even the announcers was like, man, he really wants to make sure his hair is good. Just put the fucking helmet
Dude.
on. And he almost missed it. He hit the fucking he hit the field goal
upright and
post.
it bounced in. So
Yeah.
he almost missed it.
The
I'm mad
notification I got from ESPN was doinked, ... and it's in.
Yeah.
I'm mad that because Manning's leaving. So we've got
Oh,
or not Manning, Ewers. Sorry, Ewers is leaving. So now we'll have Manning.
Yeah,
but our kicker
he about to come in.
is only a sophomore.
I'll see you guys get
So we're
keep
fucking
him.
stuck with our
yeah,
damn
Carrot Top.
kicker who
Yeah.
chokes all the
Y'all
time,
got Carrot Top
bro.
back.
All the
Like Carrot
time.
Top.
But
well,
it gives him a chance to get better.
it also if with Manning being in there, if Manning is as good as the games that he did play, you might
People
not
love
need
Manning,
the kicker
dude.
that much. So hopefully,
It gives him a chance, and they re-signed our coach. I can't remember if it was for a total of 7 years, like including what he's already been our
Yeah.
coach for, or if it's for an extension of 7 years.
Ooh, who
But they
knows?
signed him again.
Oh
Legit,
yeah.
though. He did good shit.
I mean, he has. Yeah, the past 2 years has been phenomenal with him as a coach.
Yeah, but
Oh yeah.
I also made the point that because the games today, I don't know what one of them is, but one of them is the Eagles versus the Rams.
Eagles, Rams, and you don't know what the other one is?
I wasn't paying attention.
Oh, dude, it's an even more important game.
Well, I'm not only talking about the Eagles Rams game, but what's the other one?
Ravens,
It's
Bills.
Bill. Oh yeah,
That's
that
a
game.
way more
That's
important game.
the-
That's the MVP
that's the
now,
Sunday night
right
game.
there. That's tonight. Yeah,
Yeah, it's a Sunday
that's
night
at
game.
5:30
Yeah, but
on Paramount
made a
Plus.
point
You can
that-
actually watch it on the streaming site instead of the other site.
so I made the point that if the Commanders could do what they just did to the Lions,
Mhm.
they should have no problem with the Eagles
If
or
the Rams,
Yeah.
I'm rooting for. Let it be known, I'm rooting for the Rams. Shout out to East Coast Cross Up, Sheik and Quan, and our boy Coop. They are all Bird fans. Fuck the Philadelphia Eagles. I hope that you bitches lose today. I really hate the Eagles mostly for their fans. I'm gonna let it be known. I don't care for y'all. Y'all are so fucking ruthless and annoying to people that are just trying to casually watch football. God forbid they have to watch it in your fucking stadium because you people are the fucking scum of the earth. But shout out to East Coast Cross Up because those guys over there do
I
it
was
right.
thinking about giving him my blanket.
But yeah, we got some bangers on some football today for like what we got to watch after this. We've got some good games. Like I really am looking forward to that Rams Eagles game, but that Ravens Bills game, that's the big one.
Yeah,
That's the real big one because we're talking about literally the two MVP candidates between Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson, both quarterbacks, both fantastic. Both are playing out of their minds this season.
As I say, I'll probably end up watching the Super Bowl because I'll more than likely be at my parents' house, and I know my dad is not gonna miss that.
Oh no, not at all.
No.
Not at all. Not at all. Not
my
at
dad's
all.
gonna have that on in the back, and he's gonna be all about it.
Because it's shaping up to be a good one this year, unfortunately, without the Vikings. But hey.
Dodgers All-Star closer Tanner Scott agreed to 4 years. Sorry.
Dodgers don't need much more, but they're about to be going under
Yeah,
investigation
it also
anyway.
said 72
Are they
million
really?
contract.
Yeah, they're about to go under investigation here soon
For what?
because of their signing of another Japanese pitcher who was like a very high top prospect who apparently had ideas or even talked about going somewhere else, and now all of a sudden they just pop up and be like, "Yeah, he signed with us," and they're like, "Something happened there," because that doesn't make a lot of sense. So they're probably going to go under
Make more
investigation.
money than fucking football players?
At this point, they're starting to because the ownerships
yeah, I
and
don't
everything
know,
are getting
maybe.
crazy. Yeah, like
Said it's a $72 million contract.
yeah. Do you know how much Shohei Ohtani's contract is?
Probably more than that, obviously.
Yeah, go.
But
Ahead
I don't
and
know
look
this
up Shohei,
guy.
Go ahead and look up Shohei Ohtani's contract.
How the
Shohei, H-I-E, I think it is.
yeah, Ohtani.
Ohtani contract.
I'm like, how the what?
I wouldn't have fucking guessed that.
I wouldn't either.
It's got.
Yeah.
It's probably over 100 million.
Oh,
His 10-year, $700 million contract.
yeah. And by the way, he signed with New Balance, by the way. So he's the new face of New Balance. So he has that going for him as well.
And then Juan Soto
It's so weird
surpassed
the
it
contracts
after
are
him.
No, it's not. You know who else is under New Balance? Jack Harlow. You know who else
I
is
could
under New
see that
Balance?
one, though.
A bunch of other sports athletes like Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Whoever Juan Soto is
Yeah.
apparently the next year got a
Yep.
15-year, $765 million contract.
Yep.
Holy
I did.
Juan
I don't
Soto
know
is
what.
also like
God.
25 years old.
I don't know what fucking football players get, but that sounds like a
No,
lot.
they don't. That, I mean, unless you're Patrick Mahomes, you don't get that much.
Let me look up
Fair.
Patrick.
Because Patrick was the one that kind of set it off for big contracts, and then those two came along.
Oh, Patrick Mahomes signed a 10-year, $450 million contract.
His was the first. His was the first to set that shit off.
Yeah.
And then
Including a $10 million signing bonus, so making it $141 million guaranteed, and an average annual salary of $45 million.
yeah, they make bank, bro. It's so stupid. I hate my life because I decided not to play baseball the way that I needed to because I'd be decent enough to where I'd make a few mills
That's
if I honestly wanted
wild.
to.
Yeah, it's
It's about to be
cold.
a long episode. It's cold as a motherfucker in here.
It's
Yeah, it
cold
is.
as hell.
Yep.
Goddamn.
Yeah, before we started recording, the heater kind of kicked off because we ran out of heat.
And like I said, it's a high of 12 degrees today.
Yeah.
I don't know how well they can see our breath, but I can see. My
I can
breath
see
just
it, and
fine.
it's
Yeah.
cold.
Yeah.
And I know if we're cold, he's cold.
Yeah.
all you saw was his lips go a little bit,
Mm.
a little bit.
That's why I said I almost
Yeah.
wanted to give him a heated blanket because I know he's struggling back there.
Say, but then with all that football talk, the last thing I'm going to say on football is we do have college sports tomorrow as well. The last college game of the year is going to be tomorrow night, and it is going to be Notre Dame and the Ohio State Buckeyes.
That is so wild to me.
Crazy game set up so far. Both teams have a lot of animosity towards each other. Once again, I have already stated I'm going to be rooting for Notre Dame.
Yeah, me too.
Looking forward to them hopefully putting the
I was gonna pick
smackdown
whoever y'all
on the
pick.
Buckeyes. Yeah,
Notre Dame.
Yeah, Notre Dame.
Go Notre Dame.
Yeah,
Yep.
Notre Dame is
Yep,
definitely the
yep.
one.
You ever seen the movie
Fuck.
Rudy?
It sounds familiar.
It's a very, very old movie. You know, you've watched Stranger Things now, yes?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
season, you remember the mom's boyfriend, the happy or the nice guy, not the cop, but the
one that died.
yeah, the real sweetheart. He was Rudy in the movie Rudy. Yeah, cool
He
little
was
fact.
also
That
one
was
of the fucking hobbits. I don't remember his name.
Sam.
Yeah.
Sam. Potato.
I know who you're talking
Yeah.
about now. Okay, got it.
Potato.
You brought in that, and I'm like, no, I understand. I
Yeah.
understand where that came from.
Master
Yeah,
Frodo.
When I saw him, I was like, "This motherfucker from Lord of the Rings."
Master
yeah. You
Frodo.
bring in Lord of the Rings, and now I understand.
Yeah.
Anything before that, I was just like, I feel like his name sounds familiar. I don't know who that is.
Yeah, Potato. Yeah, he's in that. He plays Rudy in Rudy. I think that was actually a little bit before Lord of the Rings too. Very good movie, but it's based off of a pretty sure a college student going to Notre Dame. I'm pretty sure it's Notre Dame and becoming a walk-on student, but he's also like a small, like short guy, so like they don't really give him the real big shot, but then he gets a shot and wins like a really big game. It has the iconic moment at the end of the movie where they're all chanting his name
Got
and
it.
going, Rudy, and then like they raise him up above the crowd and they're all cheering. Rudy.
That movie's got a good cast in it.
It's a very good movie. It is a very good movie. Football.
Never
classic.
seen it.
Football classic. Your dad's probably watched it because, like I said,
More than likely.
it's a really big movie.
I'm sure he has.
Yeah, but that's all I've got on the college sports. And the footballs because we got to wait to see how that goes later on. So let's go ahead and move on to one of the other big things that have happened this week. One of the big announcements coming from all the way across the ocean from wonderful Japan.
Japan.
Yes, we now officially know that on the horizon is the wonderful, illustrious Switch 2. It is on the way. It was announced earlier this week that we are getting it at some point this year. They finally showed off a video for it, showed off possibly some new features. They showed off a lot of new aspects to the Switch itself that they've changed already between the design itself and the design of the Joy-Cons. They've redesigned the dock a little bit, even going as far as to show off gameplay for what looks to be a new Mario Kart as well.
Oh shit! I didn't see that.
Yeah, well,
Mario
that was
Kart
what they were
9.
playing on the Switch screen. At first glance, it kind of looks like regular Mario Kart,
okay.
but then if you actually pay attention to it,
Okay.
that map that they're driving on is not a regular Mario Kart map that we've had before. When they load into the racetrack, you could see the lines on the ground for where the carts start, and there's like double the amount that normally is there. Insinuating that there's probably gonna be a lot more racers in the race compared to what there normally
Right.
is.
Mhm.
Potentially like the whole roster in one race is
Right.
like what it looked like at one point, which is insanity to me.
Mhm.
Even redesigns on certain characters too that may also lead us in the direction of maybe new games for other franchises as well.
I'm excited for it. I have the one that I have the most like.
The OLED,
Yeah, I have
the
that one
OLED
or whatever
Switch.
for the one I have now. But man, I don't want to pay the price that they're gonna
And
want to do for
you
that.
know, I mean, I expected it to be the price that it is. Like
That's
a lot of people
wild.
are surprised, and I'm not at all.
It's not much.
So for anybody who hasn't understood like what the price range might be for this, people are saying anywhere from $400 to $500.
Whack.
Which I mean, it does not surprise me. It really does not. And the thing about it is too, that you can also do is you can, sell your Switch and get this one because they did announce in the video as well that all your Switch games will be able to be played on the Switch too because it uses the same size cartridge that they're going to be using for the new games. So you can just use your Switch 1 cartridges on your Switch 2.
Noted.
Minus some, which I would imagine it's like the bullshit gimmicky ones with like probably the one with like the workout exercise band, like the little Labo cardboard stuff. I'd imagine that stuff probably doesn't transfer over very well, but for the sake of everything else, I'd imagine you should just be able to pop the cartridge in, play your Mario Kart 8, play your Breath of the Wilds, whatever you want to play. Should be able to run fine on the Switch too. They're talking about functions that could potentially happen, such as like the Joy-Cons being used as mice as opposed to just being used as regular Joy-Cons, being able to potentially put them on the side and move them around like a mouse, potentially use it that way. If you watch the video, you could see the screen itself, like I said, is a little bit bigger. So they ended up putting in a new support beam in the back there to actually help it stand up a lot better, which it needed because that one little plastic one keeps breaking off everybody's shit. I keep seeing kids run around with Switches that have that little slot in the back where the little fucking kickstand's supposed to be, but it's broken off because that little flimsy piece of shit is done.
I never used it.
didn't either.
I've only used it on very rare occasions.
If
It's
I
not
slot
really
the
like something I'm gonna
Joy-Cons
use all
off,
the time.
it's probably because I used
I have it on the
controller
TV,
and it's
yeah.
attached to the TV. But then I got a Pro controller, so I never use that fucking kickstand.
Yeah, I was gonna say I have that little controller that it slides into.
One of the reasons why I don't like the Joy-Cons taken off is because they're so small.
Yeah.
But with the new one, they're supposed to be bigger.
Yeah, they better,
For people with
they better upgrade
not
those
child-sized
Joy-Cons.
hands.
They
I
better
have
upgrade
baby
those
hands.
Joy-Cons.
I got baby hands.
They got bigger Joy-Cons and the screen's bigger. And
They
really
better
the
have
only
they're supposed to help with stick drift.
the
And
deciding factor
They
for me,
better.
yeah, right.
They better.
Yeah. The deciding factor for me is going to be the spec sheet. I gotta know what the specs are for that thing.
Oh, it's
I
not
need to
crazy.
know if it's not crazy enough for me to want to upgrade. I'll stick with my Switch because if I can play Switch 2 games in my regular Switch, I don't know if it'll work that way, but if it
Can't do
does,
that. It's not how that's gonna work.
we'll see.
No, it's not. I'll tell you now, it's
If
not
the
how that's
cartridge
gonna
is the
work.
same, maybe
It goes. So I'll tell you, there's such thing
Jesus.
as backwards compatibility, not forwards compatibility. That does not exist. There's a reason why I can't play. There's a reason why I can't play PS5 games on my PS4.
Well, if they do what
There's a
they
reason why I
normally
can't
do
play
with
my
consoles,
N64 games on my Super Nintendo.
yeah, well, if they run it the way they normally do with consoles, then the games will come out on both versions of the console
No,
for a
not with
while.
Nintendo. You gotta. When has Nintendo made a Wii U game and a Switch game at all in the
Breath of
last
the
3
Wild?
years? In the
Oh,
last
he said
3
3
years.
years. Never mind. Never mind.
Yeah.
So Breath of the Wild came out on both
Breath of the
consoles.
Wild, but Breath of the Wild like dropped on Wii U, and then they were like, we also had them do a port of this at the same time. Cool. Yeah. They weren't going to continuously do that. They did that for the year that it came out, and then that was it. You're
It's 'cause
not going to
Breath of the
get
Wild
much
was-
after that.
Breath of
You're
the Wild
probably
was the
gonna
release
get-
title.
You might get Mario Kart 9. You might. Maybe. But after maybe 2 or 3 more games, you're not going to get that because they're going to be building these games to run with the hardware that the Nintendo Switch 2 is pushing out. Like, you probably will not be able to play Metroid Prime 4 on the regular Switch because it's going to be built to be played on the Switch 2 because it's going to have a little bit more power and that game is going to require that much. So at a certain point, like I said, there is backwards compatibility. Before it's compatibility, you're in a whole different ballpark because at certain points companies go, well, now that we know what we're going to be working with Switch 2, we might as well just build it around that aspect as opposed to trying to dumb it down for the sake of this thing that's going to be phased out almost instantly. because I mean, people everywhere are going to be trading their Switches in to get this new one. If it's, like I said, going to play as many games as they say it's going to play, you don't need your original Switch anymore when this one's going to be able to play all the games that you already own and plus the new ones. Yeah, it's going to probably be a little bit out of pocket for you if you do trade in your regular Switch. You're still going to have to spend a little bit more out of pocket for it, but I mean, you were going to in the first place. Like, if you wanted this, you're going to have to spend money. That's just how it is.
Yeah.
We live in a day and age now where you can't just trade in for the full value of the console anymore. I can't just take my DS in and get a DSi because I had a DS and now I have a DS. I can't do that.
I have that Xbox at home, not the newest one, but the one previous to that. And I want to get rid of that one too because I don't use the Xbox.
Yeah.
And it's got like 6 games. It's got like Sonic, Crash Bandicoot, like all kinds of stuff that I have. But I don't play it. I don't want it. I was going to get rid of it.
The DS, you could play any DS game on any version of the DS.
What I'm talking about is you could have taken that in and traded it in at a GameStop and got the full value of your DS and been able to get a new DS for practically nothing back in the day. Because that's how they used to do trade-ins. That's how Nintendo used to get
now
you to get new
shit.
You don't get shit anymore.
Yeah.
They literally don't even hold your hand anymore.
Well, if the titles ain't what I want them to be, or if what I enjoy as titles for Nintendo, then it'll probably run the same way that it did for the Switch for me, and I get a Switch and buy like 3 games for it in the entire life of the fucking console.
Yeah,
I'm the same way.
Nintendo's titles are just not that good to me.
Well,
They're good. Those like 3 or 4
Nobody
really good.
plays
I got the Nintendo for the Zelda. Yeah, for the Zelda games.
Nobody
and
gets Nintendo for the full library anymore unless you live in Japan.
I literally got it for Zelda and Pokemon.
Yeah.
That's the only reason why my console exists.
Which they're talking about a potential the fans talking about potential there being a Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time remake. And I swear to God, if that happens,
I'll buy
on a
one.
Switch too.
I'll buy it. I don't care.
It's getting bought. I'm getting the bundle with it.
Oh,
because there's gonna be a Legend of Zelda bundle.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a special edition console. It's gonna have a link on the back of it.
I don't even care. Definitely.
It's gonna be like that meme where it's that guy walking in a bin like, hey, be careful. There's a guy out there selling Zelda's bundle Switches for dick sucks. You know, he's asking for him in the parking lot. Yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and get this money out of this ATM and go talk to him about these dick sucks. Like, I'm gonna need that at this point because I mean, I if that happens, it's the only thing that you could say. That I mean, I'm already gonna get it probably for the sake of the new Pokemon game because I'm gonna need that, and I need the new Metroid game. I need Metroid Prime. I need that game so bad.
It'll probably end up being the same way as what you were just saying. I'll probably end up just getting rid of my Switch and getting the Switch too.
Oh, I'm just gonna sell my Switch and just get a Switch too.
I don't play on my Switch games.
I don't play my Switch enough. I already need to get an upgrade on my Switch anyway because I've had this Switch since Let's Go Eevee. So I need a new Switch.
Damn.
Yeah, right.
I still have the original Switch too.
That's mine. Yeah, mine is the original from Let's Go Eevee, and I bought the Let's Go Eevee case to put it in. It sits in that case every fucking day. I have had that thing forever. I need to get rid of it, and if I need to get rid of it to get that to be able to play the games that I want to, that's what we're doing.
Yeah. I don't remember what game I got the Switch for.
Because I don't know how much. I don't know if I should put it on like Facebook or if I should take the Xbox. Because I doubt that GameStop will fucking give me shit.
GameStop will give you like $40.
I'm selling it to some desperate family who really want to switch.
OLED. You'll get maybe like 60.
No, I'm talking about the Xbox.
Oh fuck! You're better off putting that bitch on like Facebook.
I think I'm going to eBay something. Fuck, I don't care.
You said what?
He's grabbing a jacket. He's really cold.
Yeah, he needs his jacket. I get that.
Is it in here? Or, it's. I was going to say. There. If you're going outside, grab something for him.
Get your butt out of the camera.
He can switch camera angles.
Jesus Christ! Yeah, we gotta switch camera angles on that one.
Yep, you saw my ass through my pants.
Yeah, because this man apparently just does not know how to pull his pants up, and/or has Hank Hill ass syndrome. That's So if you don't know what that is, I will give you I will give you a second real quick to go to the tab and hit the tab, go to Google Images, and just type in Hank Hill's ass. Look at that.
It's probably
and now look at Scott.
I pulled my pants
That's
up,
what his ass looks like. I guarantee you that's what his ass looks like. It's like a deflated beach balloon being squished together while it's also going...
Well, I'm going to tell you that it's not because I don't pull my pants up, so it's probably Hank Hill ass syndrome. I guess.
He's got Hank Hill ass syndrome. It's 110%.
Well, I can tell you, my wife didn't marry me for my ass.
Yeah,
So
he's got HHAS. He's got HHAS, bro.
No,
But
Oh,
yeah,
Jesus Christ.
I gotta say,
that's what she got me for. It's fine.
I am looking forward to the Switch 2. I'm looking forward to it. I think it's gonna be fun.
Yeah, when I first saw that trailer, I was like, ah, snap.
I think it's gonna be fun. But I think the reason why, and I was watching somebody the other night, and they said they did make a good point. Which is, I think the reason why everybody's not as excited as we are, like, would be normally, is because there was very little game shown with it. There was only the Mario Kart.
Yeah.
So like, we weren't seeing.
I mean,
like,
it was like a teaser trailer,
well,
you know.
that's the thing. And on top of that, they also said that we're not getting anything else until April. So we have to wait until April to hear anything else about what the fuck could happen with this thing. And what
This console is probably not going to release until like
No, it's not gonna
October
release
or
I was gonna say it's
November.
going to be towards the end of the
it's
year.
not gonna
Yeah.
be close till Christmas time.
They
But
want everybody to go get them on Black Friday,
But
and
that's
it's
the
going to
thing,
be
is, like,
no
you don't-
sale.
that's the thing about it though, is like this trailer, throughout the entirety of the trailer, all the way up until the end, it basically just felt like Nintendo was going, here you go, shut the fuck up and stop asking us now.
Yeah.
Like that's like what
Because that's
the
all
fuck it felt
anybody
like.
could talk about.
Yeah,
I remember
it's
we
like-
had brought it up at one point where we, it was like a mention of people were talking
Yeah, 'cause
about
it's like,
it,
it's been a rumor for like it's been in circulation like a son of a bitch for like the last 2 years.
Yeah.
And it's been going
It's
around even
pretty
more
much
and more.
what it was. Yeah.
And people were like, apparently there were like supposed leaks of like certain things that had like that were coming or so, like from Nintendo that were put out, I think like 2 or 3 weeks ago. And people were saying, oh, because of those leaks, that's the reason why they put the trailer out. The trailer was made like months ago.
Yeah.
The trailer's idea was thought up months ago.
Mhm.
They've been working on this trailer for fucking who knows
It's
how
either
long.
been
They didn't
done
make
and they
that
were
mission
just waiting to
possible.
put it out, or
Like you guys just couldn't shut the fuck up, and so they finally were just like, dude, fuck it, just send it. Like, just fucking
make
send
everybody
it.
shut up.
Yeah, because they
Stop
didn't-
asking questions.
We didn't get a Nintendo Direct like they normally do, because that's what everybody was expecting, was a Nintendo Direct where we'd be showing off a whole bunch of games and a bunch of new games and new ways.
I'm sure they
and
will
then
in
just
April.
wrap it up with, and that's what they're going to do in April.
Yeah.
It's April 2nd, I believe, is when they have the Nintendo Direct that is going to show off this Switch 2, which we will probably get more game trailers as well, which fingers crossed that we actually do get that next Pokemon trailer, because we haven't had a trailer for Pokemon ZA or Pokemon ZA, whatever.
Yeah,
it
this
is.
was just to confirm that it is a
console
thing.
showing you
Yeah.
what the redesign looks like and how pretty it's going to be.
Yeah.
Honestly, personally, I think it looks boring as piss. All black with like the little accents. I think it looks boring, but they also did release the Switch normally with black and a bunch of different other color varieties when it
Mhm.
dropped to where we eventually would get the blue and red controllers
Yeah.
as the kind of regular one you would see.
Yeah.
But with what they showed, I was just kind of like, not really anything too exciting. I like that they like made it a little bit bigger and everything like that.
Yeah.
But like nothing really
Bless
too
you.
like, nothing that catches the eye with me for that one. But it's cool. I'm looking forward to them showing more stuff off. But I'm really, like I said, more so looking forward to seeing what games we could
Yeah,
potentially have.
because when
with
I
it.
watched it, I was like, "Man, this is all right." Like, I wasn't like super excited about it when I
Yeah.
was watching the teaser trailer, but yeah, they'll do the full thing later.
Yeah.
This is just to confirm and make
'Cause,
everyone
like,
shut
what
up.
would have made it dope is if they would have showed off like potential hints to what games could be coming. Like not even like trailers, but like how they showed off like potentially Mario Kart 9 on
Right.
screen. It could have been like them moving the Joy-Con and then like maybe seeing like a Master Sword pop up on screen or something like that. I'm like, ooh, maybe a Zelda game on here or
Right.
something like that, or like when the things like moving around on the fucking like table or something, it could be like a Mario Party like
Mhm.
board or something in the background, and it's like, oh shit, maybe new Mario Party. Like there could have been ways that they could have like maybe spiced it up a little bit more to kind of pique the interest a little bit more with the teaser, because like it just came off, like I said, very much so like, here you go, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, because I
Wait
say
another
it
couple
now,
months and you'll get
I
more.
won't buy it. But I dead ass if they put out a new Legend of Zelda, the Ocarina of Time, I don't even care what money I
an
gotta
Ocarina
spend
of
or what
Time
I gotta
remake
sell.
happens, they can have all.
I'll sell the Xbox. I'll sell the
That
damn
shit-
new Switch. I'll sell everything. I
That
don't
should
care.
have get a firm afterpay.
I got a PlayStation 4
Klarna.
I could sell
Like,
too. I don't
fuck.
even care. I got all the consoles I can get rid of.
Yeah, I'm not getting rid of my PlayStation, but
I'll keep my PlayStation 5. I have a 4.
I will absolutely flip that Switch for the Switch 2, especially if it comes with Ocarina of Time
I'll flip the other
remake.
3 consoles I got. I don't even care. I got 3 of them I can get rid of.
The only thing I need to make sure is that game, if it is a remake and it does happen, that it has the original music. I need that music. I can't play that game without that music.
It will. They're not. There's
music.
no way that they would remake that and not put at least like the beginning music and like.
Yeah.
There's no way.
Yeah.
I'll punch a kid for one of these bundles. I swear.
It's gonna be sick. I'm looking forward to seeing what we can get out of it. Yeah. I mean, hey, dude.
I'm knocking Juniper over sometimes.
No, we were talking about
Don't talk to
Pokemon
me
a second
crazy.
No, like, yeah. And to continue on with Pokemon a little bit too, there's been a lot of Pokemon shit going on recently. A whole lot of fucking madness. So, outside of the Pokemon video game, which we don't have much information on, of course, we have had a recent release in the Pokemon TCG, the trading card game. In real life, not the mobile app, not the Pocket app, but the actual real life trading card game had a recent release in America. For what was it? What's it called?
Prismatic Evolutions.
Prismatic Evolutions, and
it's probably going to go down as the craziest set to ever come to Pokemon TCG ever.
It is so fucking stupid.
People are getting out of pocket
what we've
for this
become.
Set. Jesus,
I hate what we've become. People have actually lost their lives over this because people have people have lost their lives over this because they're treating like Black Friday and they're like all storming the shelves to try to rip all these boxes off the fucking shelves and all this other shit.
That's
people
whack.
are getting beat up and people are getting jumped and people are hoarding a bunch of boxes
for Pokemon cards.
For Pokemon cards.
It's an Eevee set.
Whack.
It's an
Eevee
set.
and Evolution.
Eevee,
that's so fucking
the thing
wild,
about it in
though.
America is that the American sets are a lot harder to get good pulls out of because the rates are bad compared to what they are in Japan.
Right.
And so
that
people are trying to
buy as much as they can.
As much as they can and trying to get what they can because since they are harder to get over here, the prices on the American cards are exponentially higher than what they are in Japanese.
Which is
because
so
you can
wild.
You can get them way more frequently in Japanese, and that's just been proven by the types of packs they sell out there. The bundles you can buy are like 10 to 20 pack bundles that all feature a certain amount of great hits.
Right.
Yeah. But over here in America, we don't have that. We have like just ETBs,
which is so wild that they're so much more expensive.
And binder bundles that just kind of give you random packs that have no guarantee of being anything good.
Yeah.
And anything in those packs right now.
But because of the pull rate difference between English and Japanese, they're calling it a Sunbreon instead of the Moonbreon. It's the Umbreon. The new card in Japanese is selling like $500-$600. But that same card in English, because of how much harder it is to pull, is selling. The first sold version of that card sold for $18,000.
Fucking shit.
It dropped down almost immediately to about $2,000 or $3,000, but it's still fucking insane.
Jesus.
That's why people are fighting for these, because the value is so high.
Stupid.
Yeah. But the value is so high.
It's ridiculous, dude.
And people are literally fighting for it. Well, Menards in Springfield got a full pallet of them, sold out in like 20 minutes.
Yep.
There was GameStop in Mount Zion.
Serious?
Yeah, GameStop in Mount Zion had a line from the GameStop almost to the front doors of Walmart.
Yep.
And obviously not everybody got one.
I was watching videos of Targets across the world being stormed from the front door all the way to the fucking shelves just for them to be held up at the shelf and then basically being told, okay, go. And then all of them literally fighting for it in the fucking aisle over fucking Pokemon cards. Like, there was one video.
Target has a limit
insane.
Target has a limit of 5. Walmart does not put a limit.
That's what they need to do.
Yeah.
So all the people that waited in line at Walmart for theirs wasted their time because the person that was in the front bought all of them.
Yeah. You degenerates.
And the value of them is so
insane.
hard that the new shop in town, they
shout out Pokeshop Collectibles.
Yeah. Pokeshop Collectibles, shout
out to the homies.
They put our sticker on the front door, awesome. Shout out. But
I haven't been there, but shout out.
Yeah, I'm say if you haven't,
so close to you.
If you're in the Mount Zion area,
is it really? Where is it?
It's
in Mount Zion.
Where?
It's Subway.
Next to
real close to the Hidden Layer, real close to Crackles.
Oh, okay. Got it. Yeah.
It's right there. It's a nice shop.
Yeah, it's a really nice shop.
So it's not that far away from my house because I live closer.
They got featured on W&D, and
nice.
The owner Caleb said that his phone has not stopped.
We're really just letting everybody know our locations around here.
Well, good luck finding us.
I mean,
Don't
I'm
do
sure
that.
if you Google my name, but unless you want to get
Don't do that.
eaten by dogs, I wouldn't suggest coming.
But they they aren't getting theirs until tomorrow, and they're already selling them for, I think you said 110,
100,
120
120
A pack?
a box.
Oh.
It's
but it only comes with like 8 packs.
It's
6
somewhere
packs.
between 8 and 10. I never know. Every ATB is different.
Does he have a limit on
This one has a promo.
how many people can buy it?
Probably.
Oh, okay.
Probably.
He said that he's gonna try to limit them to an extent, but he only got 13 of the ATBs.
Yeah, and they're going for like 180 online.
Ah, goodness gracious.
And that person that bought all of those at Walmart probably reselling every one of them
For way, way more money.
Yeah, because since he bought
Oh,
them,
God, yeah.
since he bought them at Walmart, he got them at retail price, which is like $45.
The amount of money that he's probably selling a lot of those for is
Like I'm watching,
but it takes the fun out of
Stupid.
being a Pokemon player and collector.
Like I'm literally.
I'm glad I
watching,
don't
like,
have
PlayStation
this.
5. It's like watching the PlayStation 5 release all over again. It's so annoying because it's like just people
I
that are
had to
scalping
wait
for shit.
so long because, like, for a while I didn't end up getting one just because they were a little expensive. or
Yeah.
whatever. Obviously, it's a
But even
PlayStation
when you
5. It's a
wanted
little
to get
expensive
it, though,
because
scalpers.
I was
dude.
still at my old job, and at my old job we had like one of those things where you can buy stuff on a website that we have, but you can take payments out of your paycheck.
Like
So you can buy like washing machines, fridge, whatever you wanted. And I looked for, I mean, dude, months. And I had friends at like, because I had a ton of people that I worked with, and we all still game with each other. So I had like 7 different people like letting me know, like as soon as they would like see one pop up on like Twitter, they'd see a shout, something pop up. They'd be like, "Hey, Kiana," and I mean, by the time I got there, they were fucking gone. Like I had to wait
the scalpers
so
were bad.
long.
They didn't have them on shelves for practically almost 2 years. It feels like
it was so hard to find them anywhere,
left and right offline, and like the bots and AIs that people built to scalp those things were just bullshit.
I had to wait so long. It got to the point to where it was like a year and a half maybe to where they were like finally having like 2 on the shelf or like just one on the shelf, where they weren't getting scalped so bad anymore. But I still bought mine online.
I do not miss that time frame either. That shit was so terrible. Being like walking into the store and being like, holy shit. Like, there were so many of my friends that were like, I'm literally so tight on money, but I could not pass this up.
Yeah.
That's how Alec was whenever we lived together. He came home and just randomly was like, "You'll never guess what the fuck I got at Walmart." And I went, "What?" And then he fucking pulls it around the corner. I went, "How the fuck did you do that?"
I ordered mine online off of PlayStation Online. That's how long it was. I had to wait before because they were actually available online for me to buy it. Because
I had to roll the dice and buy it through like a afterpay type shit too.
I did payment plans on mine, and I got it through.
I paid mine straight out.
Some website that I've never heard of.
Nope. I paid mine straight out, bro.
And she was like, "I can try to get this one for you. I don't know if it's gonna like if it's not, then we're out of like $800." But
I got the digital console too. I didn't even get the disc one.
I got too.
But I had to. The day that it was coming, because there was no way for me to do like drop it off without signing, So the day that it was getting dropped off, I was watching and watching and watching. Yeah. And my sister was like, "Hey, do you want to go to the store with me real quick?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure." So I'm like still watching. And we're coming back around the neighborhood. And as soon as we hit my street, I see the UPS truck pull up. I never got out of a car so goddamn fast. I almost took the damn UPS driver out. He's like, "Is this yours?" And I was like, "Yes, that's my place. Can I have that?" He goes, "Do you want me to like walk it?" And I was like, "No, I got it." And I'm like running with this UPS box in my hand.
Oh man.
I had to wait so long, dude. I was so mad.
Pretty sure I called off the day that it said it was going to deliver so I wouldn't miss the sign.
I plugged that. I think it was on the weekend, thankfully. And as soon as I got it, I ran inside and was fucking unplugging my PlayStation 4, all excited.
I am one of the most clumsiest people on the planet because the day that I got my PS5, I dropped it on the fucking floor. I legit, bro, your disappointment, I tell you, does not match the amount of disappointment I had in myself picking that one up. Like, dude, and it was because I was trying to get it set, because at the time my TV was like catty cornered, and so it wasn't like set up all properly to have this console there. Like I had it set up for the PlayStation 4, and so I'm like, I actually got to like. It's a big bitch. Like I gotta maneuver stuff around.
I have mine on its side.
Yeah, I have mine standing. It came with like that little like circular stand. I have it standing up on that. But like at the time, I sat it up there, and I had plugged in the C-type cable into it.
Right.
But the cable itself had got tucked underneath like the armrest on my chair, like on my recliner a little bit. And so when I went to go turn, my knee had hit the cord and the tension had pulled it off of the top of my mini fridge. And it slid straight to the floor. Panel fell off of it. I like legit in a matter of seconds, like, you remember that scene at Adventure Time when they're trying to sneak around? And no, you've probably seen this meme where they're trying to sneak around and Jake gets bit by the spider and he like goes, and he's got to be quiet, so he's like quietly screaming. And it's because it's everybody's home. My mom's working from home when this came in,
right? And you can't like fucking
scream.
just
be mad like I want to, so I'm literally just like.
I feel that, yeah.
And I'm like picking it up, putting it back together, and like I went back to PlayStation 2 era where I'm praying this thing works. Like, oh my god, I'm praying this thing works. If not, I just blew $700 in 5 minutes. And
didn't even get to touch it yet.
Didn't get to play a single thing. And thank God it still works till this day.
I was so happy because like you know how I stream now lately more often than I did.
Yes.
But I was playing a lot of COD. So like with COD, for the people who don't know how or haven't played it or anything, when you load it online with a PlayStation 5, when you load in, it counts down before the match starts.
Yeah.
Well, with me having the PlayStation 4, everyone else that I was playing with had PlayStation 5s. Yeah. I would never have that countdown. Nope. I would always get launched into the start of the game because my PlayStation was taking forever to load. So when I first got it and I plugged everything in and I pulled up COD and the feeling to have like the full 30-second countdown on COD, I was like, this is amazing. I was like, I spent like, I think it was like $500 or $400 because it was the digital version. I was so happy just to have it running fast and like just be excited about having the new console. I was like, oh god, I love this, not having to wait. And
I'll touch on this and then we'll move on because we got to get to our last segment before we wrap up. But I will say that is something that could be very, very big appreciated or very much appreciated whenever it comes to playing one of those heavy built like RPGs like the Spider-Man games.
Yeah,
because those games. It like when we watched the trailers for those games when they first came out, we were just amazed at how well they looked. But then when you play those games, it is crazy how seamless it can go from a cutscene to just straight gameplay, and it all being the same engine.
So
it looks so smooth. There's no load time. It is just you start this cutscene. Go through this cutscene, and you have to hold the controller through the whole time because you don't know when it's going to be done, and you're going to have to do something. Like
I kind of got used to that because God of War is so good.
Yeah, God of War.
I love God of War. Oh God,
so good about that. Oh, which I have to bring it up. I have to bring it up, and then we can move. We have to move on. But Bluepoint, the company Bluepoint, which is a company under Sony PlayStation, they basically just had a project canceled recently, which thank God they canceled it because we were about to be so pissed off. But they had canceled a project that basically they were tasked with by Sony's president prior to this one, I believe, where they were going to be forced to make a live service God of War game. Which basically means that this game was going to just be microtransaction heavy. It was going to be like an MMO or of some sort or some dumbass stupid bullshit.
We don't need that.
But it got canceled. So because
God of War is my favorite game.
This was the waste of a very good company's time and a very good amount of money.
Yeah.
Like a huge fucking waste. This company is known for making the remakes of, I believe, the Shadow of the Colossus remakes. Yeah. I believe they also did they did a few other really big important games. They did a lot of good remakes. They're a studio behind a lot of really good shit that's come out in the last few years.
Right.
And for them to have been subjected to have to be making this bullshit in the background, instead of having their time put to something more important than
something way better that they could have been doing.
Something that could have been fantastic.
Because regardless of how little time they spent on it, it's still time wasted.
Yeah, it's still time wasted. And on top of that, we are in a current time frame where we are just kind of blowing money on bullshit Like there was another live stream that I was watching the other night from Maximilian Dude. Shout out. He was talking about how a lot of companies will talk about how much money goes into video games, but then it's also companies that will also come back and have management say it is also poor managing that is what we're having go on behind the scenes. So poor management probably leads to people being hired that don't need to be hired, or people working more than what they need to, or using stuff that they don't need to, and spending money on these assets that we don't need to use, and to ultimately turn around and do this for something like that. Just goes to show me that we are absolutely going through a problem of blowing money on bullshit. And we are in a time frame of video games where people are very picky choosy about what the fuck they want. And if you are just blowing money on dumbass shit because you think it sounds cool in your head, you're going to lose a lot of fucking money. Nobody was asking for a God of War live service game. Nobody wants a God of War game that has microtransactions out the pussy.
No.
Nobody wants that. We want a good, heavy, story-based game. That is what we have gotten these last two games. If you were to give us anything in between that makes a difference like that, it's
kind of pissed everybody off.
Yeah, it's the same reason why I'm not really looking forward to the whole Elden Ring game that's getting ready to come out, where it's kind of like a roguelike. And
I didn't even play the first Elden Ring.
Elden Ring is a fantastic game if you like Dark Souls stuff, but
I do like Dark Souls stuff.
It's the new
I watched a lot of gameplay.
But
that's a category I've never dipped my toes in.
Oh, like the Dark Souls stuff,
yeah. You wouldn't like it because you're not good at video games.
It would I'm so dead ass.
Not good at video games.
I know I'm not good at video games. That's why I play every.
You would see on your screen was you died.
I know
you died.
There's no difficulty change in that game, right?
No,
none of them.
I know. That's the reason why I've never touched it. I play games on easy mode because I'm there for the story.
Your screen would be you died.
No.
And
you died.
if it's already that fucking hard for people who are good at video games, no thank you.
You died. Yep.
No thank you.
Yeah, Scott doesn't like.
You would hate it.
That's why he watches isekais, because it's like a video game, so he gets his experiences that
Shout
way.
out to Caleb at Pokeshop, gave me some new ones to watch.
Yeah, even though we've been giving him a bunch of good anime to watch, and he's still taking his sweet time doing that fucking shit, but he wants to sit here and watch.
And for the next
segment,
I don't even want to talk about it anymore.
Piece of shit. Motherfucking piece of shit. No, that shit was pissing me off because he's over here adding shit to his list. He's like, yeah, I got more stuff to watch. Knowing damn well he's got 8 fucking shows that he needs to finish.
All right, so one thing I want to touch on.
And he needs to watch fucking Dawn to Dawn. So get on his ass in the comments to watch that, because dear God,
if we learned anything last week, don't talk about that anime at all.
No, Dawn to Dawn is fantastic. We're going to talk about it until it wins an award, because it's going to.
Yeah, cool.
But it's something that's already won a lot of awards. A lot of awards. Is another anime / video game / brand itself. We already touched base on what it is today alone.
Yeah.
But we talked about their card game. We're going to talk about what they are in general right now, which is Pokemon. And we are going to do the wonderful game that we do like to do every so often. The Pokemon guessing game. Does anybody want to explain it? I could keep going and explaining how it works.
Every time,
yeah.
The Pokemon guessing game is a very simple game that we like to play, where everybody basically chooses a Pokemon from a region. This region this week is going to be Region 9. It is the most recent region before the new one that would come out here. Gen 10 is the one that we're waiting on. But Gen 9 is the one we are doing today. This would be the Scarlet and Violet generation. We are very, very, very unknowledgeable when it comes to Gen 9.
Yeah, we don't know anything.
I did not play Scarlet and Violet like that. I literally got like 5 minutes into it and never touched it again. Not that it was a bad game. It just didn't grasp me instantly. But the generation has some very cool Pokemons, although I do not agree with the names of some of these Pokemons because it makes no fucking sense. But I like some of the designs in this gen. Hopefully these guys were able to find a couple gen.
We'll just
designs,
be picking by looks at this point.
Yeah, whatever looks cool for us.
So if it's a terrible Pokemon,
then
mind your damn business.
Well. It might suck in the game. It might not be good utility-wise, but it looks cool to us. So that's where we're kind of basing this at. We did this with the tier list too, where when we got to the end of the tier list, we were kind of just like, man, does this thing look cool?
Yeah, pretty much.
If it looked cool or cute, we were like, yeah, move it up there. But if not, we were like, So that's pretty much what we're doing here, too. There's no real change in that when it comes to
my
this.
list just bounced all the way to the top.
The way that we are going to do the guessing, though, is going to be one question, one guess. We each get to either give one question or one guess. Once that one question or one guess is given from both of us, then the person whose Pokemon we are trying to guess for will give us a hint to try to help us narrow it down, whether it be giving us the typing, letting us know if it's dual typing, letting us know if it's a part of an evolutionary chain, letting us know if it's higher or lower on the number chart, whatever that may be, to help us narrow it down and make it easier for the other person to find, because some of these get really fucking tough towards the end if we don't know. And honestly, since we don't know this generation,
Oh God,
there's
yeah.
gonna be a lot of shots in the dark.
It's just gonna be guessing. Yeah.
So
I know one thing about this gen that absolutely irritates the shit out of me is they literally just gave old Pokemon new names.
yeah, and that's what I was saying. I don't like the names in this generation because they're all just like they're names of what sound like moves.
Yeah.
They don't sound like names of things. And
We didn't need a new version of the legendary dogs.
we didn't.
But they
didn't.
But they gave it to us anyways.
Yeah. It happens. It happens. They could have been original and given us new legendary designs, but no. They said we're just going to redesign old legendaries.
I tried to pick something that hopefully won't be very easy for you to pick for me.
That's not fair.
Well, I mean, it's still cute, but it's something hopefully that you won't
Yeah, we'll see.
assume, because I
Well,
hate
you're
Waluigi.
first. So
All right. Well, since you're so confident, we're actually going to make you go on the chopping block first. You're going to be our first person. So we're going to have to guess for what Kiana's Gen 9 Pokemon is going to be. This is, like I said, it's going to be a tough one because we don't really know much about this generation. And I'm like,
I've already lost my guess.
really
Where did it go?
shooting in the dark here.
Where did it go? I had a guess, but I can't find it anymore. When I reopen the fucking
Because if
the
you know
window,
who I am
it
as a
closed
human
out of my
being,
whole
you know the
fucking
kind
thing.
of stuff that I like. So they're just going to go off of that.
Poltergeist.
Oh, no, I could have told you it wasn't that.
Because there was
Felt like you
another
thought
one that
about
I
it.
was going to pick, and I was like, nah, that's going to be too easy. They're going to know that I like that one.
That's not fair. I feel like you should have went with your heart, not what would be harder for us.
Yeah, because if it was anything regular, she would have went Flutter Mane. I already know she would have.
Nope.
You wouldn't have went Flutter Mane? Oh,
Mm-mm.
that's surprising to me.
Is
Because
that,
it's just
is that your...
Misdreavus, and no, it's not my guess.
Oh, okay.
That's not my guess.
Although I did look at her.
I'm about to say like that. That's why it surprises me because she just looks like Misdreavus. It's just Misdreavus with a little bit more like frilly things.
Yeah, it's one of the old Pokemon with the new name.
Is it Graphite or whatever it is?
No, I don't even know what the hell that is.
Ah, damn. It's a little graffiti
It's got
memer.
two types. Jesus, my brain. Sorry.
Two types.
Yes.
Okay. It's got
Tinkaton.
Nope.
Damn it. Tinkaton, whatever the fuck.
Tinkaton, I'm assuming.
yeah, it's the final evolution of it. Oh man. I don't know what it could be. Is it Houndstone?
Nope.
Ooh.
It's
Oh.
got
It's only got one type anyway, my dumbass.
3 evolutions altogether.
Feel my pain, buddy, because I do it all the fucking time.
It's got 3 evolutions. It's a dual typing. Ceruledge?
Nope.
Ooh.
Palmy?
No. I don't even know what that is.
It looks like
Oh, Palmy's a little orange one.
Yeah.
They
It's
did.
a
I said
single
2
It's got
types.
dual types. You didn't say the one.
Dual types.
the other versions do. That's
Okay, it's not.
the second and
either.
third evolutions have.
One of them's fairy.
Oh, one of them is fairy. Wow. Wow. Fairy type. Eh?
Screamtail?
No. I
No,
don't
you
know
said
that-
3 evolutions. That's literally only one Pokemon.
Well, should I give you another guess since you're a dumbass?
No, because he fucked up too, so it's too late. There's only one Pokemon it can.
If I give you, because I don't know what to
I was
give you for the
close.
next guess. If I give it to you, you'll probably guess which.
See,
Well, one of them.
This would have been where I said Fluttermane, but like, I know it's not that. Is it? Did you already say Iron Valiant?
I did not.
Oh, that's
So
my
I'll give
guess.
you the other one. It's 3 evolutions and it's fairy and steel.
Is it Tinkatink?
No.
Fuck me.
So it's Tinkatuff.
Yeah, it's the fucking second evolution. I literally guessed.
3 points. 3 points.
You said
for
fairy.
Al.
There's only one.
3 points for Al.
There's only one Pokemon in one set of Pokemon in this entire gen that's fairy. And you knew that, but you still picked one of the legendaries for your guess because you said it's a 3 evolution.
Yeah.
I picked the only one, but I picked the final evolution.
And then he picked the first one.
I picked the fucking
And then
one.
I knew once
I'm
I
literally-
knew you were
you know,
I
gonna.
literally bounced around it, and I'm fucking.
It's
mad about
fine.
it.
I was
It's
giving him
fine.
stuff.
Nobody
people,
ever
you
picks
know?
the fucking second one.
I did because she was cute.
Well, she is cute. She is cute. She's got like she's got a little haircut and everything. She looks like what's her name from Down to Down a little bit. Like she could be like in her little crew.
the
From
little
Momo. She could
cat.
be like little,
Using-
no, she could be with like Momo. Like she's like one of Momo's type of friends. Like she got like her little earrings and her hair all done.
That's
The
funny.
guess is going to be hard for
Momo.
because I don't know.
I'm about to
What?
say you're up
Because
next.
he
so.
uses a different app or a different website.
Oh, I use the same one.
Cerebi.
I know we use Bulbapedia.
Yeah.
'Cause I don't know.
Sorry,
what,
my nose
what
is
it looks
frozen.
like on your side.
Just looks like
Yeah, but how do the names look?
the same way.
Well,
can
we
read the
said that,
names.
but we've had a section of the guessing game where yours said it different than ours did. So when I gave a hint, it made no fucking sense to you. So I'm trying to figure out how I want to say this stuff. All right, you're first.
Or he can go first. It doesn't matter because I don't know what to pick.
We're guessing anyway. It's going to be Cerulege.
No,
I don't even know what that
Son
is.
of a bitch.
What? Oh, did it scroll all the way to the top again?
Yes. And now we're all the way at the bottom of the page.
You really are. What did you guess?
Cerulege.
I don't even know which one
What
that is.
number is that? Because I didn't even see that.
937.
Oh fuck.
Oh, that's all the way up at the top.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah, it is.
I don't know. Is it? I don't even know how to say this name. I'm only gonna say it because it's a dog. Mabostiff. It's like the mastiff.
No, it's not. No, it's not that one.
Give us a guess
Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard.
or a hint.
Come on.
Sir, get it together.
Yeah, you got to give us something here.
It's over 1,000 on the numbers.
Okay, so it's a legendary of some sort.
Is it Iron Crown?
No.
Fudge. That one looks cool though.
Is it Okidogi?
No.
Is it what?
Okidogi.
Oh, that's funny because I clicked on that one. Give us something
There's
else.
multiple versions of it.
Okay.
Rhydon.
No. Right on.
Which one?
See, Bulbapedia only shows one version of Crydon. I know there's two different forms of it. But,
yes.
But this only shows one of them.
Okay, so it's got multiple versions. Yeah, this one only shows
both forms of it because they have
Just
two
shows-
different names.
It's mirrored.
Crydon.
The one underneath
Yeah,
it is the second one.
That's a different Pokemon.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
saying.
but it's like the same fucking thing. They both, I'm pretty sure, are like
No, one's Scarlet, one's Violet. It's two different games.
whatever.
So is it the Ogre Pond?
It's Ogerpon.
I haven't guessed one
There
right
you
in so
go.
long. Which one was it?
It's Teal Mask, but I didn't know. I didn't know how to say it. With the hints.
It's Ogerpon. Yeah,
Yeah.
that makes sense.
Okay.
Ogerpon is kind of cool.
So now we're guessing for
Because
Al.
it's all
They
number
are kinda cool.
one.
Yeah.
It's all number
The
10,
Ogerpons
17.
are up, and their cards are really sick in the card
Are
game
they?
too.
But I can't say
that's
there's four of them because I'd give it away.
Yeah, that's probably another reason why he's kind of influenced on them because they do have really cool cards in game usually.
They look fucking bad.
Okay, so now we're guessing for Al.
Yeah.
Yep.
Is
Good
it?
luck.
Oh God, is it Gouging Fire?
No,
Is it Pheasantipity?
no, it is not.
It's
It
the
is
it's the
not.
card that's
I
haunting
know.
him. He cannot fucking find it.
Unless I have it in the box inside, I don't think I have it. But yeah,
We never opened any of
Okay.
Fable.
It might have came with a deck list or something like that.
What did you say the name was?
Pheasantipity.
Okay, that's the one I thought you said.
It is dual typing.
Dual typing. I'm gonna ask a question. Is it a legendary?
No,
Okay.
Scovillain.
no.
I don't even know what the hell that is.
At 952. It's a double-headed plant-looking thing.
Okay.
It is
Hold on, she's got to guess.
No, I didn't. I asked my question. I asked if it was legendary. So it's dual typing. What else you got for us?
Nah,
Nah, not on
it
legendary.
is
That's why I asked because I was
it is a part of a 3 evolution chain.
okay.
Is it Cerulege?
No,
I don't even know what the. Oh, okay.
It's the one that he keeps asking both of us.
no, but Ceruledge is a good guess because I do really like Ceruledge.
So
I
it's dual typing and 3 evolutions.
Yes.
Okay.
Once again, I don't know how this shows it on there for your evolutions. I know it's 3 evolutions because I clicked on the Pokemon itself, but I don't know if it's going to show all 3 evolutions on your screen.
It should hopefully show all of them.
It should.
Okay, sorry, I'm taking so long. I'm trying to figure.
No, you're fine.
Trying to guess one. Let me go with. Fuck, I don't know.
Warm up.
Is it Palmot?
No.
Mother trucker.
I said my hand needs to warm up.
Yeah.
One of the typings is steel.
I doubt it's either one of the Tinkas.
For now.
See, that's the only one that shows steel that's 3. So it's either one of those or
That's what I was wondering.
Like I said, I had to click on the Pokemon to find out it was 3 evolution chains, so it might not show you all 3 of its evolutions.
Here's my question: are all 3 evolutions in Gen 9
based off of this gen? It is an additional evolution added to a Pokemon that was already in a previous.
So what
gen.
you're wanting me to do is just look at ones that have steel in them.
I mean, pretty much. I mean, it has 3 evolutions. It does have that. So like,
yeah, the other 2 aren't in Gen 9.
But
that's what I'm saying.
That's why I was saying my website doesn't show that either. That's why I had to click on it to find out that it did. I didn't realize. I thought it was just like one of the legendary like Iron Thorns or something like that, where it's just like one of those single one-offs or whatever. Like, no, I clicked on it. It's like, yeah, this evolves from this, and it's like, oh, that makes a lot more sense.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Is it King Gambit?
Yes, it is.
Fucking right, it is.
Yes, it is. Motherfucker's badass, dude. That thing is badass. He's a shogun with a big sword on his fucking head. That thing is cool, dude.
Yeah, I would have never guessed it.
Dude, thing is cool.
I told you, all you had to do was be looking at stuff that was steel, and I would click on it, scroll down, and see if there was an evolution before it, and it was Dunsparce.
Yep. No, it wasn't Dunsparce. It wasn't Dunsparce. The evolution for it was Bisharp.
Oh, yeah.
Bisharp. It evolves from Bisharp, dude.
Dunsparce was the one behind it, but it was the list of it,
It goes from that
It's cool as shit.
to that.
Yeah, it looks cool.
Yeah.
He's badass, dude. He's super cool. He's just like I said, he's just like a shogun with like the shogun like helmet, but this big sword
what is it?
on his head.
Ponard or whatever the hell it is the other evolution.
Yeah. It's Ponard. Yep, Ponard, and then it goes into Bisharp, and then it goes into King Gambit. Yeah, baby. That was a fun game. That was a good one. That was a really good one. But that was probably going to be like practically the season ender for this one until we get the next generation, which I mean, by the time we get that next generation, we should have the new game out and everything. So that'll be basically a topic with all on its own.
Yeah.
So shout out to the Pokemon guessing game. It's going to have to go get put on a shelf for a little bit, sadly, but we've had fun with it.
Unless we find another way to iterate it.
We could definitely find ways to go, because we can go about our worst Pokemon that we dislike in each generation instead of the one that we like the most. We could try to go for the one that we hate the most. So
Mr. Mime.
We could always come up with ways to go about it. Absolutely. And we have other tier lists that we also have planned with it in the future.
Yeah.
But to wrap up, we have one last thing that we're going to do this week, which is the wonderful
Song of the Week.
Song of the Week. Yes, ma'am. She said it. She got it. She got it. We know what it is. Scott, you want to go ahead and explain to them what that Song of the Week is?
Yeah, we're going to run through this real quick.
Yeah, do it. Go ahead. Knock it out.
Song of the Week is where we recommend a song to you guys that we think you should listen to. If you think it's trash, let us know in the comments. If you think it's a good song, let us know in the comments. If you think it's bad, you're more than likely wrong, but it's fine. It's fine to be wrong sometimes, you know? It is fine to be wrong sometimes. And you can find every Song of the Week that we've ever said in our Song of the Week playlist on Spotify, linked in the description below. And it is in order from episode 2 to now, in the order that we say them.
Yes, sir.
Yes. What else can they do in the comments, Scott?
In the comments, you can leave us a Song of the Week recommendation for our community Song of the Week. Or you can let us know on Facebook or
any of our socials.
Any
of our socials.
Not TikTok, because RIP.
RIP TikTok. We forgot to talk about that, but RIP TikTok. It is dead dunzo until something happens with that. But
It's
it is
fine.
dead and gone.
Something else will come out.
Yeah, something will happen.
Anyways.
Go to your YouTube reels.
Yeah.
Enjoy those.
Speaking of Song of the Week, we do have one again.
Yep.
Thanks to Amber.
Yep.
Shout out to the homie. We love you.
Yep.
She, for the Community Song of the Week, recommended In Friends We We Trust by Chunk, No Captain Chunk. Don't know who the hell that is.
And
Once again,
it's an emo band from back in the day.
I'm about to say, once again, she
I
just gets a
recognize
bunch
the
of
band name.
dice with a bunch of words and just rolls them
I'm
and
like,
goes
I
to a
don't
YouTube
even
search, and
I
that's
know
what
the
she listens
songs that
to.
she
That's
what she listens
Yeah.
to. I love her to
that is a
death.
band that is a band that was popular back when Sleeping with Sirens first became popular.
Okay. I
So
do
they're
know
like
Sleeping with
back in the
Sirens.
day, back when Attila was popular.
Okay. Oh,
I
wow. Okay.
love Attila, first of
Okay,
all.
well,
Yeah.
back when they originally were.
Yeah, when they were coming up and gaining the big popularity.
I love Attila.
Type
Anyways, and my song is called Chaos Mode by Desi. It's a good song. I love it a
yeah.
lot.
A lot of excitement behind that. Chaos Mode by Desi.
By Desi. It's a me song. It doesn't matter. It's always a me song. When you hear it, you'll know.
Mine's very slow paced. For the first like 3/4 of the song, but it's a little bit older for me at least. It's Your Guardian Angel by the Red Jumpsuit Apparatus.
That's a good song. That's a sad
It's a-
song. What the hell?
it's a feel goody song if you feel like you're dedicating it to someone in the process kind of thing. If you sit there and listen to the lyrics,
That's a lot of
it's
old
more
rock
it's
is.
more of a I would do anything for you kind of song.
I love the Red Jumpsuit Apparatus though. They're phenomenal.
Yeah.
That's like old rock is though. Old rock is
I
weird
love
because
them.
like old rock could give you like 80s rock and 70s rock is especially weird for that shit because it'll be like a love song that's really depressing with the lyrics, but it's got the most upbeat, jaunty tune to it that you wouldn't recognize that it's actually a really sad song. Like Man Eater by Hall & Oates is actually a really sad song. If you listen to the lyrics, it's just about a dude getting cheated on by a bitch who won't stop fucking dudes. That's all it's about. She's just a man eater. She's just a bad bitch. She literally keeps breaking his heart because he wants to love her, and she just won't love him and just wants to keep going with being with other dudes. But the upbeatness, you're like, yeah, like you just have fun with it. I love old rock for that.
Al, what you got for us?
I actually have kind of like a 2010, like mid 2000s, kind of like rap.
So no
song.
oldies.
No real oldie, but
it's kind of
it's
oldie.
a song that like it'll come on every once in a while when I hit like the rap radio based off of like whatever artist, and it always comes up, and I love it every single time. But it's J-Rock and Kendrick Lamar, and it's the song "The Hood Gonna Love It." It's a very good song. You've probably heard it before.
More than likely.
If you played GTA 5, it's on their radio as well. It's been around for a while. J-Rock has been around for a good minute now. I don't think he mixes much anymore, but he had a good like 3 to 4 year stint where he was just dropping like a few bangers here and there, and you'd be like,
Right.
yeah, this is getting added to the list. And this was one of those songs that once it got added, it just kind of stayed because I just love hearing the beat. There's a few songs from that era where the moment that the beat comes on, I'm like, this isn't getting changed.
Yeah.
Like this isn't getting changed for me. It's gonna stay on. This is one of those for sure. Yeah. Yep. That's all
Nice.
I've got for song of the week this week. Nothing too crazy, nothing too old or too new. Something just kind of like right in the middle.
Yeah.
You know, something kind of smooth, kind of rock with. But with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and pass this one off to Kiana so she can tell y'all a few more things.
Yeah, we're gonna get
and
out
then
of
we're
here
gonna get the fuck out of here
quick because it's cold as hell. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Make sure you tell all your friends, your family. We've got all the links below for our, like I said, RIP, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram,
We'll have to remove that link.
Spotify. Yeah, we'll have to fix that. Audio only. There's
Don't wanna
on
give
there.
people
We got
false
Song of
hope.
the Week on there. I know. We're still on our way to getting 1,000 subscribers so we can get Scott his mullet and get Katie in here and record it and everything. And, you know, we love you and we appreciate you guys being here.
Yeah, do that.
Share it with everybody.
Get that subscription count up there, but like I'm gonna be real with y'all. Y'all don't gotta bust it down and get it to 1,000 like right now. Because if we bring Katie in here to record and cut his hair, he's gonna be cold. And I'm gonna let y'all know. I'm gonna let y'all in on something. Our friend Katie is not the biggest person on the planet. I know her little small self, and
She's
this
always
room,
cold too.
She will literally be in here trying to give you a mullet, like.
We would do it in
so cold.
We would be doing it in the climate controlled section.
Oh yeah. By that time though, yeah. Hopefully by that time we will be set up in a much nicer setup.
Yeah.
So definitely subscribe because you're gonna want to see that too. That is something you're not gonna.
Yeah, keep an eye out. We got good shit
that's
coming.
to you. You're gonna want to be here for the new setup reveal because that's
as long
gonna
as
be
everything
fun.
goes as planned, you will see it next week. Hopefully. We'll see.
We got to figure out something about this heat.
Yeah.
Because there's no way in hell we're going to be able to do this.
But yeah, make sure you
It's
share
gonna
with
be tough.
everybody.
We're going to have to figure something
Share it
out
all
one way
over
or
the
another.
place. Al, you want to
Yeah, well,
lead us out of here?
I love you. You know I love you. You know I do. I love seeing you. I love seeing your wonderful Lumix face. Beautiful Lumix brand with amazing zoom and auto color correction. We love you. We love you.
Not even a good camera.
It's not, but hey, we're making it through. We're making it through. Shut the hell up. Please do come back and see us. We would love to see your
Sweet
beautiful
Jesus.
faces here at the Beauty and the Bears podcast.
Beauty in the Bears.
It's going to be, like I said, new setup next time, but it's a new setup, but we need the same faces. So we need you back. Bring a couple friends, new setup, same faces, couple new faces. Let everybody know because we want you to be here. But until that next time, we will see y'all on the next episode of Beauty and the Beards. Bye-bye.
Peace out, homies.
Somebody turn the motherfucking heat on. Shit. Goddamn.
Yeah. Oh, my God.